Kilo Speaks back with another video. And this time we're going to be ranking the tier list. We're going to be doing a tier list on the DCEU projects that have been released as of today. So we're going to start off with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a very solid B tier movie. It's not excellent, but as far as the origin story goes, it's one of the better uh, projects, at least for the superhero genre on origin stories. The World War I setting very suited uh, Wonder Woman and her being like a Amazonian goddess. The only thing that falls apart is around the Act 3 with her fight with Ares. It was kind of lackluster, but that's okay. It has way more positive than it has negatives. So we're gonna put Wonder Woman a solid B tier. And then we're gonna go with the original Justice League that came out in theaters. I'm gonna be honest, it was alright. The first time I watched it, I didn't mind it, but on my second viewing, it would have been first initially a C tier, but on my second viewing, it would drop down to a D tier. Honestly, it had a lot of missed opportunities, and after all the information that we found out about how much they butchered and the studio interfered with Zack Snyder and his what he had created so far, and just brought in Joss Whedon and to edit it and just have a very tonal uh, shift in between movies from Batman versus Superman to this. It just felt like a weird tonal shift throughout the whole DC universe, and it was kind of not a great movie, especially the CGI. And we all remember that Superman mustache that in theaters. That was pretty embarrassing. And Wonder Woman, mm, actually, I'm gonna make a new tier. Did not watch. Did not watch. I did not watch this movie because it was just right. Let me see. Let me change the colors. Let's do. I'll do that one red. Never. Sorry guys, I should have done this before. Oops. Just change that into orange. Let's switch the colors. Alright, that's better. Let's switch that color. There we go. That's fine. Okay, so the only reason I did that was because I never watched this movie. I did not bother to watch it. It came out during COVID or during the virus, and it was just did not seem like a very enjoyable movie to watch. Now back to Aquaman. Aquaman A for Aquaman. It was a great movie. It was visually stunning. Um, Great introduction into Aquaman and his character. Even Amber Heard's character was pretty solid in the movie, even though. And the villains, Black Manta and King Orm, were all very entertaining. Black Manta was a little underutilized in my opinion, but it was a very solid movie. And man, they had it to have some cool ass action sequence. Oof. D. Bop. Birds of Prey. That was that was a very forgettable movie. Very forgettable. I forgot most of it, and it was originally called like Harley Quinn: The Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, and it's just where obviously they were trying to promote Margot Robbie out of everything. Um, Batman versus Superman, D. I'm tempted to put it in a lower tier, but we'll just put it at the bottom of D. Um, this was one of the most disappointing movies I ever watched in my life. I watched it twice. The first one it didn't bother me as much. On the second rewatch, I just couldn't ignore all its flaws. The death of Superman should be monumental, and this movie made it feel like just another scene. It was very weak. I didn't feel the pain when Superman died. You know, you want to cry, you want to feel emotions when the main character of your flagship um, movie is dead. But this movie quickly just let us know, hey, Superman's gonna come back at the end of the scene. You saw the dirt being lifted up, and it was just very underwhelming overall movie. Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg was a horrible casting in my opinion. Doomsday and introducing Wonder Woman is so jumbled up. It was just unnecessary. They should have just done it like Marvel did it and just done some solo movies before the team up movie. This was way too early. Maybe one or two Marvel movies out. Maybe a Wonder Woman and a Batman movie first, and then we get this. Then sure, we get them more fleshed out. But this felt very, very underwhelming. Especially, it did have one of the best trailers of all times. I would say that. But for that trailer and to the movie, it was an awful, awful watch. Man of Steel, A tier. Yeah, A tier. Yeah, it's a little bit behind of Aquaman in my opinion, but it's a very solid Superman movie. This is just like day one, two of Superman being Superman. Did not really embrace his role until later on in his life, which I didn't mind because this is supposed to be a more realistic take of Superman. So, you know, and with the whole Pa Kent trying to hide his powers and hide him from the world just because he didn't think the world was ready. And other than that, the action sequence is amazing. I really like Lois Lane, Henry Cavill as Superman, amazing. Let's see, Shazam. Probably my favorite DCEU movie, hands down. It was just very entertaining, very fun, lighthearted, very. It was like a little Christmas movie. It was very heartwarming, and just one. In my opinion, it's the best DCEU movie. In my opinion, Zack Snyder's Justice League, B tier. It was good. It was just way too long. There was just a lot of fat in that. He really took advantage of having his own little director's cut, and he took full advantage and added way more scenes than necessary, in my opinion. If you just cut out all the fat, it'll probably jump into A. But with all the fat it has and all the necessary dream sequences and the Martian Manhunter cameo, that was, in my opinion, not necessary. Just a lot of unnecessary things. The original Suicide Squad. Let's see, it was not as bad as these, but not a good movie. It was just mid, in my opinion. Mid. That's the best way to describe that movie. And then we have James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Put that in A. Yeah, very good movie. Peacemaker, John Cena was a standout. Rick Flag, him dying, Idris Elba, the whole opening sequence where they're all dying, Pete Davidson getting his head blown off, very entertaining. It was a very good movie, well, nicely paced. Really enjoyed this movie overall. Yeah, A tier. And yeah, this is the rankings of the current DCEU projects. Let me know what you guys prefer, how you guys would switch this up in the comments. And just let me know if you agree or disagree. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys. As I am Kilos. I'm Kilos Speaks. Signing out.